Good evening, welcome back to Lonely Mountains Downhill. Today we will be doing some of the night challenges in Redmoor Peaks. I think I want to take it a bit easy today, so we'll just start with all 4 Night Rider challenges and we'll just take it from there. So first one, Sunfalls Avenue. Night Rider, cross the finish line to unlock new challenges. Let's take the boar. There are still checkpoints. There should be in any case. But I'm already losing my bearings in the dark. Yeah, checkpoint 1. I still don't have these Redmoor Peaks trails memorized at all. Except for some bits. What happened? I just smashed into the tree. I think that was the wrong way. Whoops. Almost missed the bridge. Almost missed that bridge. Yeah, this is that winding section. I don't remember most of this. Okay, that's kind of an annoying checkpoint. So you start all the way at the top of the hill. But such is life. Oh, come on. The first time I went too far to the right. Now I went too far left. It's tricky with jumps in the dark, because half the time I don't even really see which way I'm facing. Okay, hopefully a checkpoint soon. Okay. As usual, I don't remember most of the shortcuts. Oops. I want to believe that the beginner challenges in night mode in this mountain won't be excessively difficult. From memory, oops, the ones on the Greater Horn weren't crazy, but by now you probably know how it goes with this game. It's like kind of steep difficulty curves rather, not turns. Okay. Just to see what the beginner challenge is. 24 crashes or fewer. Surely that should be doable. Let's just go again. While I have this trail relatively fresh in my memory, I know you can do this first bit faster, but I always forget how. Oops. I wasn't planning to take that shortcut across the tree. Yo, I keep forgetting about that bridge. Okay, let's do this winding section first try, no problem. No, okay. Was a bit close. Still at 0 crashes. But I will not be upset if we crash once. I will be a bit upset, but oops, went a bit too far to the right there. I don't really know what that means, daily best. Okay, that was not so bad. I'm not going to try the free rider now. Let's just move on to the next trail. Again for the night rider challenge. Again with the boar. Kind of hoping all the beginner challenges will just be a maximum number of crashes and nothing time related. Because I'm much more, much more at peace with going slowly and carefully. There's a time limit, it's usually kind of close, meaning you have to rush a little bit, meaning you have to go faster than you feel comfortable. This looked an awful lot like the Greater Horn. But it's that very long trail that starts in a similar area to the Greater Horn, but then you end up in the swamp. Where am I supposed to go? Okay. It's easy to get turned around here. I was not prepared for that. Should I just try to take the route underneath that tree? Oh, okay. I completely misjudged where I needed to be for that shortcut. It's probably right after the checkpoint. No. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Yeah, this will be quite the challenge in Freerider. Whoa. Okay. Somehow survived. Somehow survived again. I think this is the end, yeah. Okay. Again, not so bad, just a very long trail. 27 crashes. Do you even get anything for these challenges? Probably not. Yeah, sure. As much as I don't really want to do this again, let's just get it over with. Maybe that's not the right attitude to have. This should be fun and not something, you know, you have to get over with. How did I do that? It's too soon to tell, but it does seem that the beginner challenges are just crash related, like no time limit. Of course, the downside of not doing the Freerider challenges now is that I'll probably have to do some of them or all of them in one video at a later date. So maybe I'm setting myself up for disaster. Not that I have to do them all in one video, of course, but me being me. Again, I keep going here instead of straight. Me being me, I'll probably want to do them all. Oops. Nope. I keep missing this bridge in the dark. That's just careless. Nope, I remembered the bridge just in time. Really, this section came out weird. This section with the narrow ridge thing is not so bad. It's only bad when you have to be fast. Okay. Just 2 crashes. Moving swiftly along to Redwood Falls. Same deal, Night Rider, Boar. Oh, right. possibly my least favorite, stretch in the whole game. The one I'm avoiding now. Because it's just not worth it in the dark. Is it even doable in the dark? Probably is, but I don't want to do it. However, because I always take that shortcut straight down the cliff, not a cliff, the grassy, rocky hill, I really don't know the layout of the normal path, which I'm taking now. I'm not familiar enough with it. It's a bit tight. Yo. A minor crash. Arguably, it's not worth to take the long way round. As in, it might be better to just go down the grassy hill at the start. Even if it is kind of luck-based to an extent, at least it's much shorter. Happens at least once that I crashed there. No. There is no path next to the tree. Checkpoint would be nice. Close. No, I'm not going under that fallen tree this time. Yeah, big jumps. When you go straight down the middle, you just line yourself up beautifully with that rock at the bottom. Nope, I couldn't see a thing. Oh. Thankfully, there's a checkpoint. I am confident enough for this shortcut. Okay. I thought the rest of the shortcut was to the right, but it's to the left. Yo, a bit far to the left. No, I panicked. This is not so easy. Okay, how many crashes will they give us this time? 21. Surely that's quite a lot. Maybe I'm being overconfident. Yeah, let's go down the hill. I want to give this a few tries, not too many. Okay, nice. Always just a bit too much to the right. Not always enough to the right to crash, but still a bit too close for comfort. Again, not going underneath that specific tree. Too far to the left this time. Still fine. Oh, really? What happened? Come on. I have to brake. Okay, nice. 5 crashes just on that one bit. I did not mean to go there or there. I do have to save a few crash attempts, or I'm preparing for 2, maybe 3 crashes over that big jump, as I almost just go straight into the swamp. This jump. Okay. It's a fairly easy trail, just has a few doozies. Okay, and then trail number 4, Night Rider Boar. This seems very unfamiliar. I feel like in the past I just never played this specific one very often. Oh, right. Yeah. It's coming back. That blind turn. And this narrow path along the cliff, where I have been known to fall off. Nope. Oops. A bit tight. It's always a little bit unnerving when you don't have clear memories of what's coming up, and you always have to be kind of prepared for anything. But yeah, that's that. I'd say one of the easier ones on this mountain. Okay, and the beginner 21 crashes again. No reason not to try it. I wish I knew how many crashes we had the first time during the Night Rider Challenge. That goes for all the trails. Because if I knew how many times I crashed in the Night Rider Challenge, it would give me some idea how careful I need to be for the beginner challenge. Take it slow through here. Kinda close. I feel like I keep overestimating how good this bike can jump. It's unfortunate. And it's the same rock I almost crashed into in the previous run. That one's new. It's probably easier to just take that small shortcut there. Then you avoid that rock. Because the trail makes kind of a weird turn there. Coming up on the finish. Okay, that went relatively well. I could still try. Yeah, why not? Has to be on the Trailblazer, which is not the worst bike. Okay. Let's just go slowly. It's been a while since I used this bike. That's not a preemptive excuse, but it is faster than the Boar. Thus I have to be extra careful about my speed. I'm not gonna drop down here as I usually do. I'll dare a short sprint. Okay. I always get turned around here. I'd say Freerider is pretty chill if there aren't any jumps involved, like bigger jumps. Although that's not entirely true, because you can fall from the slightest rock in your path, or a misplaced tree. You wasn't lined up correctly. I'm noticing that I use the checkpoints as markers as to how far along I am. Because without the checkpoints, it's very difficult to imagine how much further it is to the finish. No. I had no idea where I needed to go. Okay, well, as is customary, I sense an urge to rush just to, to make it to where we fell. I'm doing my best not to rush. Could be worse. Okay. We could have had to do this on the pace breaker. I sincerely hope there won't be any freerider challenges. The other 3 nighttime freerider challenges on this mountain. I hope none of them will require the pace breaker. It's tempting to go at a snail's pace, but really it usually helps to have at least a modicum of speed. I was trying to remember where I fell, just so I know when I have to be extra careful. I wasn't really prepared for that tree crossing. It's often very hard to see where the path even is. I hope there aren't any more jumps before the finish, because if there are, that means I've forgotten about them. But yeah, this is pretty much it, so let's be extra careful. Okay. All that for a paint job. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I feel my attention span starting to slip just a bit. So I know that if I try any more of these freerider challenges, it may not end well, and I'll just start tilting a bit. So yeah, 3 more to do. We'll do that next time. If we manage to do that, if it doesn't take a million attempts, we could still move on to the next mountain. Sierra something. It's only 3 runs with a few attempts, so should be very doable. I just want to see, because I'm pretty sure that everything else on this mountain in the daytime required specific locked bikes. Yeah. Then I'm wondering how there can still be 13 more challenges when there are only 2 expert challenges left and 3 freerider challenges. So 5. But there are 42 in the daytime and 16 in the nighttime. What could that be? Probably the finished width counts as a bunch. So we're missing 2 bikes times 4 trails. That's 8 challenges. Plus the 2 expert ones is 10. Plus 3 more that I really don't know what they could be. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. As always, thank you for watching and for listening, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.